What's up guys, we're back with another video, and this time I'll give you a tutorial on how to mod any 2/3DS. So right now I'm modding my friend's 2DS. So if you want to do this, you'll of course need a DS, what's a 2DS, 3DS, new 2DS, new 3DS, it's all the same. You're also going to need a SD card with at least 32 gigabytes recommended. This, for me, I'll have 128 gigabyte SD card. And you're also gonna need a computer, obviously. And it's also good practice to make backups when you're dealing with this type of stuff. And since I'll be using a different SD card, the backup can be the original like 4 gigabyte SD card, just in case something goes wrong. So since we can't format the SD card to FAT32 from File Explorer, I'll be using a FAT32 GUI formatter. It's the same thing I used in the last video. Now I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. It's important that you select the right drive or you risk erasing something that you don't want to. So for me, this is gonna be the D it's gonna be the E drive. Nah, it's G. It's G. Oh, I guess I'll get. E and G rhymes, space, it happens. But this is why I named it, okay? That's why I named it. Makes it a lot easier. I also recommend you name your drives. But yeah, you don't want to accidentally format something important, like say the C drive. It's where Windows is located. It'll probably ruin your day if you format that. So gonna go to the G drive and just press start. It's gonna automatically format this to FAT32. It's gonna automatically format this to FAT32. And then we can just press close. So now we can go back to the 2DS. So over here, we'll just power this off and swap the SD cards. Alright, so I did forget to actually put the files from the old SD card onto the new one. So let's do that real quick. Alright, now we got it. So what we want now is I already know it's connected to the internet because I did that earlier. But we also want to make sure it's on the right version. The correct version will be 11.17-0-50. As you can see, that's what they were on. The U is just for the region. If you're in Japan, it might say J or something. All that matters is these first four numbers. So with that, we can close out of settings. And then we just need to go to the Meme Maker to load some data that the payload needs. So we'll go to Meme Maker. We'll open it. And that should be all we need from it. So we can close this out. And then we're gonna turn it off. We're gonna go back to the computer. So next you want to download the MSET9 payload, which I'll have linked in the description. So you want to extract the zip file and then drag everything from this folder onto the root of your SD card. So we're just gonna take this and bring it all down. And then you want to locate mset9.bat. And so for us with the old 2DS, you want to press 1, enter, and then we don't have an MSET9 state, so we're gonna create ID1, and then press 1 again to confirm. Alright, we're good. And just to make sure, we can come back, hit 1 again, and we could check MSET9 status. And so we have basically everything missing. So don't worry, this error is normal. So we're gonna press enter and extract the card. Alright, so now that we're back here, we want to go to settings. We want to go to data management, Nintendo 3DS, and get software. It says the software information is corrupted. You want to reset it. And then now we're going to turn off the SD card and try it again. And it should work. So back on the computer, we're gonna go to MSET9 again. Click 1, and then 2. Supposed to launch the Mii Maker. Silly me. Should have been done the first time, but so all I did was reopen the Mii Maker, and as you can see, it's all good now. So once we do that, you just eject it again, and we're going back to the 2DS. All right, so now we come back, and we go into settings yet again. We want to go into data management, 3DS, extra data, and now without turning off the 2DS, we're going to take the SD card out. So we're gonna open MSET9 yet again. Click 1, and then now we're going to inject the trigger file. So you press 3, and it's in. So you press enter, and now we go back to the 2DS. You just put in the SD card. And now we just have to put in this code, the left, down, right, up, A. And it's just gonna back up the firmware. And you press A. So next, all we have to do here is just press start, then press A to move on. And just give it time to boot. So once you have done this, we are now going to remove the injection. So as normal, power off, then bring it back to the computer. So once you're here, you know the process by now. You open it, select your device, and then we're gonna press 4 to remove the trigger file. It says okay, and then now we'll also press 5 to remove MSET9. So next you're gonna need to get these 2 files. I got them from the written guide, which I'll also leave in the description in case you'd want to follow that instead or follow that alongside me. But basically what we're gonna do is take the finalize.romfs, this one, and bring it to the root of the SD card. And then next we're gonna go into the Luma folder and don't even have to make the folder, it's already there. So in payloads, we're gonna take x finalize helper.firm and we're gonna put it into payloads. So once you do that, you don't need either of these files on your computer anymore, so you can just go ahead and delete these. But we're going to eject this and go back to the 2DS. So now that we're back on the 2DS, you want to press down on D-pad, L, and select to open the Rosalina menu. you want to go down to miscellaneous options, and you want to dump DSP firmware. And then once you do that, we're going to press B, go up to nullify user time offset, and then after that, we can exit this. And then once we do that, we can power off. And then once it's off, we're going to power it back on, but this time hold X. Okay, it's asking if you want to create a essential files backup. You want to do this. Press yes. And then I can press A to continue. So we're right where we want to be. So once you get to the screen, you want to press home, and then you want to go down to scripts. And it's going to ask you to select finalize script. You want to press A. And it's basically just building it. So now it's telling you what it's gonna do. So it's gonna install some applications, copy Gamo 9 to NAND, remove unnecessary SD files, create an essentials backup, and create a NAND backup, which requires 1 gigabyte, which is part of the reason why we don't want to just have a 4 gigabyte SD card, because they won't have enough room for this. So once you're sure this is what you want to do, you press A, and you want to unlock writing to system man. It's gonna ask you for this password, you put it in, and now it's going. So right now it's backing up NAND. This usually takes like a moment. So we're just gonna let this go, and I'll see you when it's done. So once the setup's complete, you can just press A. So from this point, it is actually recommended that you save your NAND to your somewhere on your computer so that you don't lose it. It's just in case like you somehow break the device, you have some point to return to. So I will be putting it on a separate smaller SD card later, but for now we can move on to the next. So we turn it back on, and as you can see, we have some new software on the home menu. So these are homebrew apps. We got Anemone, Checkpoint, FBI. The homebrew launcher, probably important to a lot of people. And then this is just Universal Updater, so we can update it without having to go to our computer. But now we essentially have a fully modded 2DS. We got all the homebrew apps, and it still has all its games. So next, we're gonna do just like in the last episode, download 8Shot. It's pretty simple, so let's just get to it. Of course, need to yet again extract the SD card. So you can download 8Shot from their website. I'll also have that linked in the description. So you gotta go to download 3HS, and you want to download the CIA. It's a very quick download. It's a very small app. But once you do that, you want to put this. You want to grab your, open this in a new window. And you want to open your, I need to make a CIA. So now on the root of the SD card, you want to create a new folder and call it CIAs. Just like that. And you want to drag, just move this out the way so it doesn't cover it. You want to drag this file into your CIAs folder. And then we eject it. So once you get back into the 2DS, you want to go to FBI. You want to go to SD, CIAs, directory, install and delete all CIAs. You'll press A. It's going to install whatever CIAs you have. In our case, it's just HShop. So once you do that, we can exit. A new software has been added to the home menu. And if you don't know, HShop is basically just the new eShop. This way you get your games and stuff. Your games, DLCs. You can also get themes from here too. So yeah.